Voters in Ada County will weigh in on the race for sheriff this election. I'm your neighborhood reporter Jessica Davis, and I sat down with the current sheriff who's seeking re-election and his challenger who's running for a third time. It's a repeat in the race for Ada County sheriff. Incumbent Matthew Clifford and challenger Doug Traubel on the ballot again. Sheriff Clifford has been with the Ada County Sheriff's Office for 24 years, sheriff for the last 3, and is seeking re-election.
I started here as in my early 20s and have worked my way through the ranks, all these different bureaus throughout the agency. So there's no way I want to, do an about face and walk away from something that I've helped build since my young age.
Traubel's 32 years in law enforcement started in California, but he's been in Idaho since 1994, where he's worked for several agencies, including Ada County. He's been outspoken about his beliefs, so I asked him about some of the ideas outlined in his books. He tells me he feels sheriff's offices are injected with Marxist philosophies, forcing deputies to choke down implicit bias training, saying that the reality of the training insists officers already have subconscious bias, as a result slowing down the reaction time. Traubel is running for sheriff for a third time, saying he doesn't like the direction the county is going.
I have that lens, that constitutional lens, right? And I have the real policing experience. It's a blend, it's a balance. It's a balance between defending your rights, fighting crime, right? And not becoming a police state, right? And so, as I say, people have come here from broken, crime-ridden areas, and they want a sheriff that's going to defend the quality of life and their rights. That's what I offer.
Clifford says he'd prioritize addressing mental health within the sheriff's office, implementing new technology for the county jail and dispatch center, as well as creating the county's own DNA crime lab.
Nothing on the state, but they do it for all of Idaho, so it's a big burden on them. Well, we do that here in-house, and by the end of next year, I'm going to have DNA technology in our crime lab. That is a huge project of mine, and one I'm most excited about is getting us our own DNA crime lab here in Ada County, and we can solve crimes and find suspects faster than anywhere in Idaho.
To fight crime, Traubel wants to create new programs and restore the county's gang unit warrants team and reserve deputy program.
It gives us more personnel, but it also bridges the gap between citizen and the sheriff. Think about the contract cities of Kuhn, Eagle, and Star. If I were to have just a handful of reserve deputies in those contract cities, and I put a reserve deputy in the car with a full-time deputy, I've doubled the capability of that car without doubling the burden on the taxpayer. It makes it safer for the deputy too, because now we have 2 deputies together, right, handling situations. And so that's another example.
To learn more about both candidates, you can visit this story on IdahoNews6.com. I'm your neighborhood reporter Jessica Davis, reporting for Idaho News 6.